Welcome back to ASEAN Challenge. Up next, we have a very unprecedented interview with an important guest who had come to honor us at Rangsit University.
ค่ะในช่วงนี้นะคะเดี๋ยวเราจะไปดูบทสัมภาษณ์ค่ะจากดร.มโนนะคะเกี่ยวกับที่ดร.มหาเทียมหมัดได้มาที่มหาวิทยาลัยรังสิตเพื่อที่จะมารับดุษฎีบัณฑิตจะเป็นอย่างไรกันบ้างนะคะติดตามได้ค่ะ And today we have the honor of talking to Dr.Mano Laohavanich, the Vice Dean for International Affairs of the College of Social Innovation and Director of Gandhi Institute. สวัสดีค่ะ
ครับ
So today we'll be talking about the event that happened on the 16th of December in which the College of Social Innovation was able to have the honor of His Excellency Tun Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad come to receive the Honorary Doctorate degree in the field of leadership, social enterprise, and business. Can you tell me more about what happened that day?
Well, there are a lot of arrangement. It took months that we organized this, and the Prime Minister, Dr. Tun Mahathir bin Mohamad, he came to Thailand on the 15th in the morning, 11 o'clock, where he stayed at the Plaza Atene. And we organized a special banquet for him in the evening. That was also organized by Rangsit University, wherein there were 50 diplomats, including ministers of Thailand and ministers from Malaysia, who came to this honorary, the conferral of the degree. And also, arriving in Thailand, the Prime Minister of Malaysia visited General Prayut Achan Ocha for business talk, and then he came back again to the hotel and got prepared for the banquet. And Dr. Rangsit University gave a keynote addressing the event, and briefly Dr. bin Mahathir Mohamad then gave a little talk. There was kind of casual meeting. Then the event started very early in the morning when the Prime Minister of Malaysia arrived to Rangsit campus, to the main hall where all the students received their degree. They're entirely dedicated for degree ceremony. He entered into the hall at 9:30 and got his academic gown, his robe, and the motherboard on his head, and walked in procession up the stage. Then there was a song, the Malaysian national anthem, followed by Thai national anthem. Then the address of our president of Rangsit University, Dr. Rangsit University, addressed the crowd and public ceremony, followed by the conferral of the degree. And then the Prime Minister of Malaysia delivered his reception of the degree.
And before we go to the reception, first of all, I'd like to ask you the reason or why the College of Social Innovation of Rangsit University was able to give this honorary degree, doctorate degree, to His Excellency.
Well, the relationship between our college and Dr. Mahathir Mohamad date years in the past. And we have been invited to see Dr. bin Mahathir Mohamad when there was a quick email that came and said the Prime Minister would like to greet us as the first group of top Thai people from Thailand. That was in July, after he had sworn in as the 7th Prime Minister. He was the 4th Prime Minister and the 7th Prime Minister of Malaysia. After he sworn in, there are a lot of activities going on, and we met him at the government complex in Putrajaya, and there was a lot of protocol before we had private discussion with him. And we were under the impression that Dr. Mahathir is a great man. So after the meeting in July, the Professor Associate Professor Rangsit then wrote a letter to the Council of Rangsit University that the university should have to confer the honorary degree to Prime Minister of Malaysia, because he was a great man. He not only was in Prime Minister office for more than 20 years, it's 22 years. Then he came back again because the country was facing lots of problems about corruption. Then he ran for an election last year, and he won a landslide victory. He defeated the incumbent and he won. Then he formed a new ally because of the Alliance of Hope, and together with Anwar Ibrahim, who was also his close guy and was a deputy prime minister before. Anwar came out of jail and helped him and then returned to power. Now, presumably, Mr. Anwar will be the next Prime Minister of Malaysia after Dr. Mahathir served for 2 years of premiership. Then we felt that he was a great man, and we read his bio, we talked with him, and he explained how his idea of fighting against corruption, which was a major interest at our college too. Then Dr. Rangsit then wrote a letter to the council, and on the 15th of November, the letter was finalized, and then on the 25th of November, the council agreed unanimously to offer the degree to Mahathir Mohamad. Then we work with the Embassy of Malaysia in Thailand, getting in touch with many people, because this is not easy at all, because Dr. Mahathir is a very important person, not only for Malaysia, but also for Thailand and ASEAN. He was the one who proposed Look East policy, that ASEAN should develop the real model after China, Japan, Korea, South Korea, in order to progress into industrial country. And that was finalized, and he pushed for ASEAN to develop ASEAN Plus 3, is the main policy also. Then, before the premiership of Mahathir Mohamad, Malaysia was still developing country backward. But now Malaysia is on the high-ranking industrialized country with skyscrapers, with ability to produce a lot of engineered cars and industries, and was on the forefront for developing the country in ASEAN as well, thanks to this policy that Mahathir has created. During which time, when he came to the premiership, he was a good friend to our former Prime Minister, Prem Tinasulanont, and who now serving as the head of the Preview Council. And they were good friends, and the visit to Thailand prior to this time, we visited in official visit to see Prime Minister Prem, a former Prime Minister Prem, Privy Councillor, at his house. And then he also met Minister Prime Prayut Chan-o-cha and the cabinet, and also talked about plan what Malaysia and Thailand should cooperate bilaterally. And also he gave a talk at Chulalongkorn University, the main auditorium hall, participated by the president of Chulalongkorn University. And I was very impressed when I was sitting in the audience. And he spoke without any notes, right from inside. He knew the relationship between Thailand and Malaysia very well, and he addressed how Thailand and Malaysia developed its partnership in ASEAN, and how the two countries have solved the problem of conflict in the Gulf of Thailand, where they share a lot of land in the sea, which rich by petroleum and natural gas. So the two countries divided the area into 50-50, and the gas production and oil were divided to both countries.
Now that's very interesting because you mentioned about the speech at Chulalongkorn University, but he also made a speech or an address at this event as well. What were some of the key highlights or main things that he mentioned?
Mostly has to do with the past continuing to the future. At Chulalongkorn, he addressed the development relationship between the two countries because his hometown was Kedah, which is very close to Thai-Malaysian border, and he has very good tie with Thailand. Then Malaysia, at that time when he was born in 1925, Malaysia hasn't received independence from England. It was part of the colony of England. But then he pushed forward. He had and Kedah has special relationship with Thailand. And the governor of Kedah was related to Thailand, with Siam at that time. The royal family of Thailand knew the governor of Kedah very well. Together, we prosper. And Dr. Mahathir never had bad feeling about Thailand. He felt Thailand is a land of friendship, warm hospitality, and he felt that Malaysia should help Thailand. And he mentioned that Thailand has helped Malaysia. More than 30 years ago, when we have a problem with, between Malaysia and Thai terrorists, Malaysian terrorists came to Thailand and lived on the Thai soil for some time. And it was initiated by Thai military to set conditions for them that they have to stop any degree of violence, not to do in Malaysia anymore. And because at that time, these communist insurgents would like to overthrow the government in Malaysia, in KL. And with the agreement with Thai counterpart, then the Malaysia fell in debt to Thailand. And since we have problems with Deep South in Thailand since 2004, Dr. Mahathir felt that it was not enough. And he was going to push forward to quench the violence in the south of Thailand for good. And I think the relationship is going on a good way. So we have many friends, not only in Thailand, but he also bring with him the Minister of Education, Minister of Foreign Affairs, to come with him, and we share the very much quality time with the Thailand counterpart.
Now, very briefly, as we can see that, of course, His Excellency has a deep relationship with Thailand. Just for a last question, of course, we're a little short on time, but in terms of what are some things that His Excellency can be as a role model to Thai people in the Thai society?
He was the Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad was elected as the first time as the fourth Prime Minister of Malaysia. In this period, he served 22 years in his premier house, and that was quite some time. He had turned Malaysia from backward country to industrialized country as a leading country in Southeast Asia and also in the entire Asian continent. Now, with his model in solving the scandals of corruption that emerged in the United States related to former Prime Minister of Malaysia, then it showed his true spirit. He's a fighter with total dedication to his people, and he wants to see progress into the future. That's why he told us then, first there were 2 million people who signed their name to judge the case, to bring the case to court for investigation. It failed. Then he tried to appeal to the King of Malaysia, and yet it failed another time. So the last time he can do is through the process of election. So he entered election in 2017, and it was a major landslide. Then he sworn in May 2018, and that put the process of corruption into the judicial system. was a major undertaking and a major victory for Malaysia, and to bring new hope to Malaysian people, and also in ASEAN. He set a new standard that all the political problems can be solved democratically and with the rule of law.
I think that serves as a very good role model to not only Thailand society, of course, but to all of ASEAN, as you've mentioned. It was very nice honor to have you here with us today, Dr. Mano, and we hope to have you come to speak here on ASEAN Challenge again. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes.
And that was a very honorable event we saw happen here at Rangsit University. It was considered a great honor for Rangsit University to have such a special guest come, of course. With that said, we'll take a short break and we'll be back soon.